Next up, let's take a look at some new medical terms. Let's do a full breakdown. See if you can quiz yourself, pull out your word list, see if you can do the breakdown with us. All right, first up is the word cytoplasm. Cytoplasm. Can you identify a prefix, a root, a suffix, and the definition? If you need to hit pause on the video until you can break it down, pull out the word list. Make sure you understand the different parts. All right, in this particular word, there is no prefix. However, we do have a root term here, and the root term here is cyto, C-Y-T-O, cyto. And that, of course, referred to the cell. The suffix here is plasm, and plasm refers to a formation or to form something. And so the word cytoplasm refers to the formation of a cell. And cytoplasm is found in the background of a cell. So it's not one of the organelles that we took a peek at with some of the parts of a cell, but it's all of the stuff in the background that helps to keep the cell's shape in a nice oval shape and to keep it from collapsing in on itself. It's often described as being very jelly-like or gel-like to hold things kind of in place. All right, let's see if you can define another word. Next up is the word organism. Organism. So as we saw that being the largest unit of life, let's see if you can get that word list out. Go ahead and see if you can break it down into its component parts. And if you need to pause the video and then rejoin to see the answer, please do that. Test yourself out. So in the word organism, there is no prefix. The root term is organo, which literally refers to an organ inside of the body. So we've taken a look at a number of them. And then the suffix is ism, which is a state of. So an organism refers to having a state of organ or state of organs in this case. So an organism is made up of multiple organs, right, which is where it gets its medical term from. Let's try one more word. I know you have it in you. Our next word is musculoskeletal. Musculoskeletal. So again, if you need to hit pause on the video, feel free to do so. Make sure you can break it down and then come back for the solution. All right, in this term, musculoskeletal, we do not have a prefix here. However, we actually have two root terms. So musculo is the first root term and skeletal is the second. So musculo refers to having muscle. Skeletal is the skeleton or that bone structure of the body. Our suffix here is al, which is one of our most generic suffixes, which was pertaining to. And so the term musculoskeletal is talking about the muscles and the skeleton. And the reason we often put this word together is that these two body systems are really dependent upon each other. And so they have to work together in order to work by themselves, right? You can't have movement without bones and you can't have bones without muscles. All right, we're going to try one more. Next up is our next body system, the cardiovascular system. See if you can remember how to break this down. And again, if you need to pause the video, please pause the video and then watch the solution. Okay, so in the word cardiovascular, we have no prefix. There are, in fact, two root terms. So the first root term is cardio, the second is vascular. And cardio refers to the heart, and vascular refers to blood vessels. Those two things are actually attached to each other, right? You can't go from one to the other separately. They're always attached. The suffix here is ar, which again is a very generic pertaining to. And so the term cardiovascular and the body system cardiovascular breaks down to pertaining to the heart and all of the blood vessels attached to it. Okay, let's take a look at one more word. Our next word is gastrointestinal. Gastrointestinal. So go ahead and pause the video if you need to, break down the word yourself, and then look at the solution. All right, there is no prefix in this term, but again, we have two root terms. So the first is gastro, and the second is intestino. And gastro refers to the stomach, intestino refers to the intestines. Our suffix here is al, which is just pertaining to. And so the word gastrointestinal means pertaining to the stomach and intestines. I think you've done a wonderful job. Hopefully you got all of those correct. If not, go ahead and rewind the video, try again, and make sure that you understand the breakdown of the various medical terms.